On this episode of Pop Culture Weekly, it's all about PBS's A Capitol Fourth. I talk with Ali Stroker, Pentatonix, Jimmie Allen, Auli'i Cravalho, and Kermit the Frog. Let's go!
You're listening to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, presented by 92.9 Tom FM, an iHeart radio station.
Hello and welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon. I, of course, am Kyle McMahon, and it's episode 72. I am really happy because this episode is the annual episode focusing on PBS's A Capitol Fourth, which is always an incredible show. It's always an incredible time for me. I love talking with all of the artists that are performing. They always put on an awesome show celebrating America, and this year is no different. It is hosted by Vanessa Williams this year. Of course, it airs on 4th of July on PBS, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check your local listings if you're outside of the Eastern time zone. And there's all kinds of incredible guests and performances this year from Cynthia Erivo, Train, Jimmie Allen, Jennifer Nettles. And guess what? I'm talking to most of these performers. Today, I'm talking with Ali Stroker, who is such a inspiration, and she is the first disabled person to star on Broadway. She's got an incredible story, and she's so sweet. So I talked to her. I talk once again with Auli'i Cravalho, who is, of course, Moana, and she's so talented and got such an amazing voice. So I speak to her, which is a Pop Culture Weekly podcast exclusive. And then there is Jimmie Allen, country star Jimmie Allen. I speak with him about what he's performing and what he's up to. I talk with Scott Hoying and Matt Sallee from Pentatonix. Like Pentatonix, love Pentatonix, and these guys are awesome. So I talk with them and the one and the only Kermit the Frog. I cannot believe I am speaking with Kermit the Frog. Probably, I've interviewed a lot of people, a lot of big celebrities, a lot of big stars, Oscar winners, Grammy winners, Tony winners, Emmy winners. I have never interviewed someone as famous. I mean, everybody knows Kermit the Frog, whether you're 3 or 300. Doesn't matter what country you're from, what race you are, what religion you follow. Everybody knows and loves Kermit the Frog. So I speak with him as well. And he's got some juicy gossip on his relationship with Miss Piggy, which I'm really excited to dig into. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. We got a lot of interviews today. We are going to start out with Ali Stroker. I am here with Ali Stroker. I really appreciate you speaking with me. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So you are going to be performing at PBS A Capitol Fourth for the 4th of July. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing, as much as you can anyway.
Absolutely. So PBS has put together this incredible kind of variety show, and I'm going to be singing A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman. And I have 4 young girls backing me up, and the location is perfect. It's just a really, really special performance, and it's going to be a really great night.
I love that. And I've got to say, so I love the idea of theater and Broadway and stuff. But, I wouldn't consider myself like a theater nerd. Like I haven't been, I'm trying to think if I've ever been to a Broadway show. And then I saw The Greatest Showman. I was on actually a tour and we were in Orlando and I was like, whatever, I'll go see it. And I was like, what the heck? This is freaking awesome. I absolutely love it. And it's such a good show and just the music, the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, I am no longer scared of, Broadway stuff anymore, Broadway style stuff.
First of all, we have to get you to a Broadway show. And second of all, Greatest Showman is also one of my favorites. I saw it in the theaters with my sister, and I just was so emotional immediately because they really captured kind of the essence of live performance, even though it was, on screen. And I love the music too. Pasek and Paul did such a brilliant job with the music. So singing A Million Dreams is like a total honor. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see and hear you do it. What does 4th of July mean to you?
4th of July is just one of my favorite holidays. First of all, I connect to like family traditions of barbecues and fireworks and parades, but this year I think it's really special because it represents hope for me. I think that our country has been through a lot over the past year and a half, and I think we all need to feel like we can move forward and that things are going to be okay. And so I feel really hopeful about this 4th of July and celebrating what we stand for, good and bad, right? To like really wrap our arms around who we are and to celebrate that we got through this really hard time.
I love that. And, and I think that's beautiful and perfectly said. I mean, this has been a tough, year and a half for all of us. And, for the vast majority of us, I think all of us now in the U.S., we are able to go out on the 4th and celebrate our freedom and the country that we love. So I love that. So tell me a little bit about, so you kind of started with the Glee project, right? And then would you consider that kind of your big break?
Yeah. Oh, I love that you're asking me about it. So the Glee project was a blast. When I auditioned for it, I really wanted to be on Glee, and I never imagined that like a reality show would take me there. But I auditioned for the Glee Project, which was a reality-based TV show where you competed for a role on Glee. And I'll be really honest, I was nervous because reality TV is nerve-wracking. Like you don't know how you're going to be portrayed and what's going to happen. And so I felt really excited, but also nervous. And then doing the show and getting to be a finalist was so awesome. And I think that after that experience, I really felt like I had kind of broken the ice, and I was able to get, a lot of nice exposure, and it was just a really, really perfect experience for me. And I also got to share my story. I'm an actress in a wheelchair, and many times when I audition for things, people were really curious, like, what's her story? Why is she in a chair? What's the deal? And so the Glee Project let me kind of like share my personal story, but also then share like my talent and my skills, and that's what I wanted to be known for. So it's like I kind of got to like get sort of this personal part out of the way so that I could really break into the industry and do what I do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's very much, a trailblazing thing. I mean, you ended up being the first, I believe, the first actress in a wheelchair that starred in a Broadway show. Is that correct?
Yeah. In 2015, I made my Broadway debut, and it was the first time any actor in a wheelchair had ever been on Broadway. And it was such a cool experience, but also like kind of a big wake-up call that like my community, the disabled community, has not, been out there in this arena before. And so I felt really passionate about creating authentic representation in that arena.
I love that. And, what's interesting for me is kind of the duality of what you're saying, which is on one hand, you're representing and you're trailblazing. On the other, you weren't hired, to go onto Broadway because you're in a wheelchair. You were hired because of your incredible talent. So it's very much, a duality that your talent got you there to allow you to be a trailblazer.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a really awesome journey. I feel really fortunate for the opportunities that I've been given, and I love to perform more than anything.
I love it. And so what can we expect next from you now that, things are opening up again, and after Capitol Fourth, what can we expect?
Yeah, some exciting things. So I just released a book called The Chance to Fly, which is for middle grade aged kids, and it's a story, loosely based on mine. It's about a young girl who auditions for a musical for the first time and gets cast, and we go through all of like her wins and her losses, and she ends up saving the day. And so that I'm really passionate about. It's called The Chance to Fly. I wrote it with my co-author Stacey Davidowitz, and so that's out now. You can purchase it anywhere where books are sold. And then this summer, I'm going to be doing 2 concerts of my one-woman show. One in New York City at a new venue called Little Island, which is a really, really cool outdoor venue that they just built on the west side.
Oh,
and then I'm
awesome.
going to do a concert at Westport Playhouse in Connecticut.
Awesome. So you've got a lot of exciting things coming up for you. And we'll have all the links to buy the book and to check out your dates. And what about, I've heard that Broadway will be reopening in the next few months. Are you you're going to be auditioning for anything, getting out there again?
Absolutely. I would love to be on Broadway again. I'm not going to be coming back like right when Broadway opens again. A lot of the shows are opening in September, but I will tell you, I will be in that audience watching those shows because I miss Broadway a lot, and I can't wait for our community to be back and have jobs, and then, to like get Midtown going again, because you go into Midtown Manhattan and it's like a ghost town. So I'm really, really pumped that we're going to be back and that live theater will exist again in New York and, on Broadway.
I can't wait, and I'm going to come up and see a show. So
yes, you must.
Yeah, I think I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I think that'd be a great one to get me, to pop my Broadway cherry, if you will.
yes, you gotta see it. I have not seen the Harry Potter show on Broadway, but I hear it's spectacular. So it's on my list.
Awesome. Ali, thank you so much. You were a delight, and I love speaking with you. And for your next project, come on back on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great summer.
Thank
Happy
you.
4th.
Thank you. You too. Isn't she so sweet? Like, I want to go to a Broadway show with her. Maybe that'll happen. All right, next up, Auli'i Cravalho. We talk to Moana herself. Let's get it. So, thank you once again for speaking with me. I really, really appreciate it. I love talking with you a couple years back for this.
Thanks.
So tell me, what can we expect you to be doing for A Capitol Fourth?
Yes, so I will be singing A Whole New World by Alan Menken. Of course, it's from Aladdin, which we all know and love. It's still in that Disney family, so this is my first live performance in over a year and a half, and I had to choose a song that I knew all the words to, and I was like, let's choose something from the childhood. And A Whole New World came in.
I love it. And are you, is this a solo song?
Yes, I'm doing it all by myself. So usually it's a duet, but I worked hand in hand with coordinators and the wonderful people at A Capitol Fourth in the celebration and made it into just a solo.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you pre-record or have you done your recording yet?
Yes, I have. I performed in New York.
And how hyped were you for that?
Oh my gosh. I had butterflies coming out of every pore of my body. It was also really nice though to get gussied up and get into that performance mindset because it's just been so long,
Yeah. And how was it for that song for you? How was that in the lens of, performing in New York for A Capitol Fourth on 4th of July?
Yeah, it was really special. I have performed Memorial Day a few years back, which, is really special. But 4th of July, it's really a celebration. And I'm glad to be a part of this. And there's also such an amazing lineup this year. There's Kermit the Frog and Christopher Jackson, Pentatonix. I'm really grateful and blessed to be a part of it.
And what does the 4th of July mean to you?
To me, to be honest, it means getting together with family, having some time off and kind of reconnecting. And when I was living in Hawaii, because I'm Hawaii born and raised, it meant going to the beach. Kanikapila, which means like having a cookout and like playing music by the beach as well. Like it's just one of those special times that everyone comes together and just relaxes for the day.
That sounds incredible. And are you in the continental U.S. now?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay, cool. So how is it different for 4th of July here from, it's kind of interesting that, both America, but it's probably a little bit different celebration-wise. Do you find that accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. I won't be popping fireworks. The only things that I can pop, I guess, here are like the little pop-pops or sparklers,
right?
Sparklers, those things. Whereas when I was back home, a few years ago, we were popping some real fireworks at the time. So I'll probably go see like a fireworks show, and I'll still get together with my mom and just have it be a smaller group, which is what really counts. But yeah, it's a different celebration for sure. That's
awesome. And your big, I would say, break, your big breakthrough at least was Moana, which is one of the first films, mainstream kind of Disney films that had different representation. I mean, you had the Princess Frog movie or whatever, but it's one of the first. And now it seems that we're starting to get that more and more, a little bit, those drips and drops are now becoming a little bit more of a stream, and I can't wait till it's an ocean. But how is that for you to see that, from when you did Moana to now you have Luca and, Soul and films like that are more representative?
Yeah, I grew up watching Disney films, and I think they're all representative of their time. And when I was growing up, like I really connected to Pocahontas and Mulan and Tiana from Princess and the Frog. And Moana, of course, has resonated with so many wonderful people because she is a young woman of color, and her story involves no love interest. Instead, she journeys across the sea to save her family from, this imbalance between man and nature. And it's really poignant and so important. And I think as we continue to see more people represented in film, and more writers and more female writers, more writers of color, more producers, directors, such and such, we're just going to keep seeing even more rich storylines that will continue to tell stories that touch our hearts. And that's just kind of the nature of filmmaking.
And I actually, now that you brought that up, I didn't even think that, Moana might just be one of the first heroes in, particularly in that genre that does not have a love interest. And that is really freaking awesome because, aside from the representation aspect, which is huge on its own, that's also huge because, in my opinion, we often force these love stories into, the prince is going to save you, and in 24 hours you need the kiss, or you're asleep forever or whatever. And Moana doesn't play that game.
No, she doesn't. It was really important. And I don't think I realized, just how that would resonate with people at the time. I was 15 while recording it. The film came out the day after my 16th birthday. So it was like, I had a very sweet 16, I'll be honest. Like it was a lot. And just over the years, people still sing the songs. How Far I'll Go is still trending, surprisingly. It's just, Moana continues to make waves, and I'm really grateful and blessed.
That's awesome. And now that everything is starting to open back up again, what can we expect from you next after A Capitol Fourth?
After A Capitol Fourth, I have been working on a project for Amazon called The Power. It's a series based off of the book by the same name, The Power by Naomi Alderman. A little bit about it. It's a story, and it's a world where girls around the teenage age suddenly get this ability to electrocute people at will. And it's power that is sudden and it cannot be taken away. So it explores that power of electricity, but also how power structures change when women have a strength over the opposite sex, which is really interesting and especially timely.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see that, and hopefully I'll be talking to you then for that as well. Thank you so much for speaking with me on iHeartRadio's Pop Culture Weekly, and I can't wait to see you on 4th of July.
Thank you very much. Lovely speaking to you, Kyle.
You as well. She's adorable. She's so nice. When I interviewed her in person a couple years ago, and she's just such a sweet, friendly, buoyant, radiant, positive energy. All right, next up, country star and fellow Delawarean, Jimmie Allen. Thanks for doing this, Jimmie. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's all good, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Of course. And I'm actually a Delaware native myself, so 302
nice.
Shout out.
What part of Delaware you from?
I'm from Pike Creek, Hockessin area.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still in Delaware?
I am, yep. They let me do everything from here. I mean, I occasionally have to go to New York or whatever, but most everything I do here. So
Sweet. So that means I should see you at Betty Fest August 7th.
Yes, actually. Yeah, you are doing you're doing it's a first, hopefully to be annual, right?
Yeah, man. Plan to make it annual festival down in Milton, Delaware. Named after my dad and my grandmother. So
that's awesome. And speaking of them, the Betty James album, you just released a gold edition of that. 7 brand new songs. One of them is with Babyface, who I how can you not love Babyface? Tell me a little bit about that.
We got 9 new ones on there.
9 new ones. Okay. So tell me, how did you decide, for collaborators? Was it kind of like dream people or friends or a mixture?
Yeah, it was a mix between dream people, a mix between friends, and they're just artists I'm just fans of, So I was able to got Pitbull on there, Babyface, Monica, Luke Big Town, Keith Urban, Charlie Pride, Brad Paisley, Darius Rucker, the Oak Ridge Boys, a lot of people on there. Got Nelly on there. So yeah, man, it was it's a cool thing to happen. And I still can't believe I got all them people to say yes.
Well, it's a testament to, the great work you're doing. And the single off of the new edition is Freedom Was a Highway. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Freedom Was a Highway is a song I actually just wrote about, just growing up in Lower Delaware. It's my favorite streets I grew up growing on. My friends, the memories we got from middle school and high school and stuff like that. So it's been cool to put that song out and then just see how people kind of relate that to where they're from. Everybody's got a place where they're from. Everybody has memories from their hometown, some good, some bad, but hopefully the song gets some folks on the good memories. Yeah, man, it's been cool just to see what that song has done.
And it's racing up the charts right now, which is awesome. And congratulations on that. Yet another hit for you. That's got to be a rewarding feeling. Dude,
it is, man. It's a great feeling, to be from Delaware, man, and to have, the country music family, not only the country music family, but just, music lovers of all genres kind of get behind, what I've been doing the last couple of years.
That's awesome. You also have a book coming out. It's a children's book. It comes out, I believe, mid-July.
Yeah, July 13th.
That is really, really unique, but I think it's also cool. And it's called My Voice is a Trumpet. Tell me a little bit about that.
What it is, man, it's just a book just teaching kids to use their voice at a young age, be confident in who they are, letting them know it's okay to encourage yourself, encourage other people, and also kind of giving them the confidence to, when they see things happening and they want to speak up about it that shouldn't happen, use their voice, be a voice for the voiceless. That's what I feel like it's our job as humans, to look out for ourselves, look out for others as well.
I love that. And was that something that you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, writing kids' books is something I've always wanted to do. So hopefully this is the first of many.
Awesome. I have a feeling it'll be just successful as everything else you've been doing. And so for this weekend, you are doing PBS's A Capitol Fourth, which is a huge, national show, and it's actually, shown for the troops overseas. Tell me, what's that like for you?
It'll be fun, man. I get to perform a song from my first album, Record Lane, a song called American Heartbreaker. It's a fun, up-tempo song. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. You got Vanessa Williams hosting it, Jimmy Buffett playing, Mickey Guyton, Alan Jackson. So we have a lot of cool artists performing, and I'm glad my name is among the list of performers.
Yeah, and the song that you're doing, is that particularly important for you to do that song on, a Capitol Fourth on the 4th of July?
It's a song I love, like a lot of other ones on my album. I don't really get to, with that song in particular, it's not really too deep. It's a song that's kind of about a relationship, but not really. You know what I mean? The song, says, if you were a song, you'd be, when you slide on over like a steel guitar, shine like the wheels on a muscle car, red, white, and beautiful, baby, you are an American heartbreaker, So it's a fun song. It kind of ties in with the whole 4th of July theme.
What does 4th of July mean to Jimmie Allen?
To me, it's just a day to hang out with family. A lot of people that I don't get to see too often. People have a day off, so we just hang out and enjoy each other's company. And
do you have any traditions that you do? Anything in particular that you do tradition-wise?
Not really. Don't have any 4th of July traditions, really. We kind of each year just kind of play it by ear and just roll with it.
Okay. And are you going to be in Delaware this year for 4th of July?
No, I'm going to be in Texas.
Okay. All right. So is that will that be your first time in Texas for the Independence Day?
Nah, we got a show. So we're actually playing.
Gotcha. Oh, so that's really cool.
Yeah, so it'll be cool. Sing a couple songs, hang out.
Awesome. Well, Jimmie, thank you so much for speaking with me. I really appreciate it. I love your work. I love the brand new album. Or the brand new edition of the album, and I'm really looking forward to the book, July 13th.
Yeah.
There you
go. Get you some.
Yeah. There you go, brother. And we'll come back on when the book comes out, and we'll plaster it everywhere for you.
Hey, my man. I appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate you, Jimmie. Thank you.
All right.
Sorry about that. So Jimmie's a great guy. We had some technical difficulties with that, but I think we, made the best of the situation. All right. Next up, Scott Hoying and Matt Sallee from Pentatonix. So, first of all, welcome to iHeartRadio's Pop Culture Weekly. I am really excited to talk to you guys, Scott and Matt with Pentatonix. I love you guys, and I love that you are doing PBS A Capitol Fourth. You've worked with Capitol concerts, on these specials before. Why is it, so important for you to keep going back?
I mean, we love performing with the Capitol Fourth. We love, one, it's such a beautiful event. Two, we get to honor the men and women who have dedicated and made such amazing contributions to our country. And so it's an important event to us, and we will always do it when we're asked. Same for you, Matt?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just truly an honor. And the people that they bring in, like Gladys Knight and Cynthia Erivo, it's just it's crazy. We geek out a little bit as fans of all the artists that are there. We're we got to meet them. We got to pick their brain. We got to take pictures. It's just really cool to be a part in such good company.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you guys, deserve your spot up there. I mean, the work that you guys have done is pretty incredible, and it wasn't always a straight, narrow road. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. We definitely had to kind of pave our own path in this industry for sure.
And, how do you feel in regards to your journey? Is that what you would say to people that are just starting out, watching all of Pentatonix videos, listening to the albums, going to the shows? Is that what you would say to them? Carve your own path? Or would you say, okay, take it from us, do it a different way, or what would you say to that?
I mean, I would say just don't take no for an answer. I mean, a cappella, you would never think it could be in the mainstream or be on the national stage. But we thought it could. We really believed in what we did. And we knew that if we worked hard and the talent shone through, that we would, we'd be able to overcome any obstacle. And so I would say to step out of the box and really believe in yourself and, there's no rules. Like the rules can be broken.
I think as Pentatonix has proven that time and time again, you just released recently a brand new album, and we're performing everywhere. What and this is all new material. I believe it's your second album of original material. What is the difference for you as artists to do, songs that you know and love and want to put the Pentatonix spin on as opposed to original material?
I think that with this original album, specifically the Lucky Ones, we all had stories to tell. I think it was a long journey. 10 years is a long time. I've been a part of the group for almost 4 years now, and so we all have different experiences and stories to tell. And I think it was the perfect platform for us to put all of our feelings into this musical project, and hope that people resonated with it and hope that they related to it. And it seemed like they did, which made us like go mission accomplished, because that's all we really wanted to do. And in regards to like the songs that we cover, I think it's mostly things that we're like so inspired by, because we're 5 different people with 5 different musical backgrounds and 5 different musical tastes. And so all of us coming together, I get so fascinated when I hear an artist that I've never heard about in a song. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. And so we put it in a little Pentatonix treatment incubator and create our own, style of it. And it just keeps it fresh and exciting and fun.
I love that. And Scott, how did you, going off of Matt's answer with that, how do you fit 5 people's, unique baggage, if you will, and tastes and preferences and loves, and come up with something that's cohesive at all?
Yeah, we are such a family, and we're so in tune with each other, and we write in different pairs and different trios. And I think that we've all been on a very similar journey of ups and downs for the past 10 years. We've spent so much time together. And so I really think it just would naturally become cohesive because we are so in sync. I mean, we'll sometimes show up to gigs and all 5 of us will be completely color coordinated and not have planned it. We just have like a mental connection.
That's awesome. And, I guess when you spend so much time together, and it's not just, recording and stuff. I mean, it's traveling, for extremely long. I mean, you're probably together more than people in most, romantic relationships, really, time-wise.
That is very true. And I mean, Kirsty, Mitch, and I, we've been friends since we were like 10. So we're going on 19 years of friendship. So we definitely know each other.
So going back to Capitol Fourth, can you guys tell me a little bit about what you're doing?
Yes, sure. We're doing Seasons of Love from Rent, and we love that song. We most of us, grew up in musical theater and loving the shows, and so this was a out of the box kind of thing when we originally. I remember, I think it was Scott who pitched the idea of doing this song. We were like, "Oh, this would be awesome," because we all just loved the song, and so it has this really beautiful sense of togetherness that we felt would be perfect for this event. And so we did it in LA. We filmed it in LA downtown with the LA skyline and the sunset and a choir, and so. It was really fun for us, and we hope that everybody enjoys it.
I
think, I'm sorry, were you going to say something, Scott?
Oh, no. I was going to say, I also didn't, when we picked it, I didn't know that it was the 25th anniversary of Rent. So it's so perfect.
Oh, wow.
And that's actually what I was just going to say. I was under the impression that this is like a big anniversary year for that song, especially, being as you said, the 25th anniversary of Rent. So not only is it, relevant in regards to a huge milestone for that song, but the choice of that song in the lens of what has been going on the last year and a half, especially. And now, so many of us are able to come together, and kind of have a season of love right now. And it's really our first that around the country we can do that in a year and a half.
Yeah, I think love is something we all really need right now. We've all been alone, trapped in our houses for so long. And so we definitely are not taking our relationships and experiences for granted after all this. And so the song feels really appropriate. Yeah.
And what does the 4th of July mean to both of you?
I mean, the first thing I think of is just the men and women of our military and their families too, for all their contributions to our nation and their dedication to service. My sister's in the Navy. And she's been
thank her for her service. My dad's in the Navy.
I will. Yeah, I do regularly. I think it's really amazing that these people sacrifice so much of their time to uphold our freedom and values. And so I think that's what 4th of July is all about.
I love that. And Matt?
Yeah, and echoing that, I agree with that as well. And for me, it also, it's a time of togetherness and family and celebration, because my family is on the East Coast now that I live on the West Coast. And I actually just got engaged throughout the pandemic.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And so it's kind of this beautiful thing. I've always wanted family from coast to coast. It's been like a dream of mine. And so to spend this 4th of July with her family and their big military family, and just how special that's going to be for the first time as we're engaged. And I'm very excited to just grill and laugh and cornhole and, all of the things, because we couldn't, get together. It's the first time. So it's very, very exciting. It means a lot of family to me and togetherness for me.
That's awesome. And finally, what can we expect in regards to shows with Pentatonix? Are we going to be seeing you back on the road soon now that everything's opening up again?
Oh yeah, definitely. We've been talking about it actually very recently, about planning some tours. We can't wait to get back on the road. I think a silver lining in this whole situation is that shows, I think, for performers and the audience are going to be more electric than ever. Everyone's very excited to feel the live music experience again.
And how about for you, Matt? You looking forward to it?
I'm stoked. I mean, it's sadly, we put out The Lucky Ones, our album, in the middle of a pandemic. So we haven't gotten to perform any of the songs for, the fans and connect to them like we usually would. So we're very, very stoked to not only do those songs, but new songs. And it's been a year. We're creative. We have so many thoughts and projects and things that we want to do and release. And so I'm so excited to get back out and perform and connect with our fan base. Is the best. I know I'm biased, but our fan base is literally, they're the best, most kind-hearted, sweetest people in the world. And they just care about us and care about each other and care about just spreading love to the world. And that's all we want to do. And so, yes, I'm very excited to go back out.
That's awesome. And thank you both so much. I saw you live for rehearsals for Capitol Fourth last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was. And then, of course, for show night. I've never seen a full Pentatonix show like in person. So when you guys are back out on the road, I'm definitely, you got me hooked with the song a couple of years ago live, with that live experience. So I'm looking forward to see the whole show live once you guys hit the road again.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely come by. If you need tickets, we got you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love to meet you.
Awesome. Yeah, you as well. Thank you both so much. I really appreciate it. And I cannot wait to see you on a PBS A Capitol Fourth on 4th of July. So thank you both so much, Scott and Matt from Pentatonix. Love Pentatonix. They are... I just like this show. This episode is so great. I'm so excited about it. It's just incredible talent after incredible talent after incredible talent. Pentatonix. I mean, what? All right. And now, the one, the only, Kermit the Frog. Hi, Kermit the Frog. How are you? Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Oh, sure. This is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to this.
So am I. And I just want to thank you so much for joining me on iHeartRadio's Pop Culture Weekly. I am so excited to have you here.
Yeah, well, it's great. It's great to be here.
A little piggy told me that this is actually your favorite podcast.
Yeah. You must mean Miss Piggy. Yeah. She said that your podcast could be my favorite podcast until she gets her own podcast, and then her podcast will have to be my favorite. I mean, you can understand that, right? Right, Kyle?
Of course.
Yeah.
And I'm totally content with that. I appreciate that. So you will be appearing on PBS's A Capitol Fourth this weekend. And can you give us a little hint on what you're going to be performing?
Well, you know what? Well, first of all, I should say that my good friend Vanessa Williams said that I could help her host the show. And this is great because, I mean, who doesn't love Vanessa Williams? I do. And, I love America. And I love introducing musical acts and engaging in witty banter. So it's a win-win-win situation for me. Plus, what I'm going to be doing is, I have a little surprise. It's singing a special song that's near and dear to my heart. So that's what I'll be doing.
Awesome. I'm excited to see that. And that's going to be a real treat for all the viewers that are watching all around the country and around the world. We have, our servicemen and women overseas watching it too. So I'm really excited to see that. Why is it so important for you to celebrate America's particularly 245th birthday?
Well, Kyle, I am a proud amphibian American. Yeah. So I want to celebrate this great country where a frog is free to follow his dream, and with just a banjo on his knee, a pig by his side, and a bear in the backseat telling "Why did the chicken cross the road?" jokes.
Even though you've performed all over the world for decades, do you get nervous performing for something like a Capitol Fourth where you're live and it's the 4th of July and we're celebrating America?
Well, gee, I really hadn't thought of it that way until right now, Kyle. Now I am kind of nervous. No, wait. In fact, I've got butterflies in my stomach. Wait a minute. That could be that I ate butterflies for breakfast. So it might have been that. So I think I'm okay. I'm going to be fine.
Awesome. So how do you usually spend 4th of July?
Well, usually I spend 4th of July with the Muppets. And let me tell you, Kyle, you have not lived until you've spent 4th of July with the Muppets. You're going to see all sorts of things. You're going to see Miss Piggy dressing up as the Statue of Liberty. You're going to see Sam the Eagle reciting the entire federal budget from memory. And of course, I will be making my world famous mesquite grilled mosquito. So it's a pretty good time.
That sounds like an amazing time. And what does 4th of July mean to Kermit the Frog?
Well, Kyle, to me, 4th of July, it means, it's all about celebrating this wonderful country where anybody can follow their dreams and to try each and every day to make the world a better place to live.
That's absolutely beautiful, Kermit. And to just divert for a moment, a couple of months ago, every single episode of The Muppet Show was released on Disney Plus. How excited are you about that?
Well, I have been waiting a long time, and I know the fans have been too. And it's amazing to see all 5 seasons of The Muppet Show in one place. There's so many great guest stars. Elton, Steve Martin, Julie Andrews, John Cleese, Johnny Cash. I mean, so many more. And for me, just this little frog here, it brings back a lot of great memories. And for Fozzie Bear, it brings back a lot of very, very old jokes.
I've been binging it, and it's absolutely timeless classic. So I'm so excited for you and for me to that it's available for everybody to watch right now. I gotta ask though, this is kind of a burning question. Did you know that your Wikipedia page says that you broke up with Miss Piggy in 2015?
Well, if it's on Wikipedia, it must be true. Although I personally prefer Fozzie Bear's website, which is called Wakapedia. I'm sorry, but I promised Fozzie that I would do that joke. So, but here's the scoop. You see, in 2015, like you said there, Miss Piggy decided that she wanted to be free to see other people, and so being Miss Piggy, that's what she's doing. She is seeing and dating others. And from what I hear, she is booked for dates through 2024. So good on her. But you know what? I just want to say, Kyle, that Miss Piggy and I we're still really great friends. We really care a lot for each other, and we love working together. So it's worked out for everybody.
I love that, and thank you for that scoop. I mean, that's
Sure.
that's really breaking Muppet news, and I really appreciate that.
Like 6 years old.
What can
but
we
yes,
expect?
Yeah.
What can we expect from you next, Kermit the Frog?
Well, this fall, the first ever Muppet Halloween special is coming to Disney Plus, and it's called Muppets Haunted Mansion. Yeah, it stars Gonzo
Yes.
and Pepe the King Prawn and all of the Muppets. Plus, we got original songs, surprise guests, and really, really surprising ghost stars. So it's something to look forward to.
I look forward to that too. Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I love the
Ah.
Muppets. So combining the two is just going to be incredible, and I can't wait
Yeah.
for that this fall on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for speaking with me, Kermit the Frog. You are an icon, an American icon, and so it's going to be super exciting to watch you on PBS's A Capitol Fourth this weekend. Thank you for speaking with me, Kermit.
Thank you, Kyle. Have a great holiday weekend.
You too. I cannot believe I just interviewed Kermit the Frog. I cannot believe it. I'm still in shock. This is a bucket list interview, and it was just happened right here. And he gave Pop Culture Weekly a couple of exclusives. One with the upcoming Halloween film, and two with his, up-to-date status with Miss Piggy. I'm glad they're still friends. It's very important. So, all right, that is our show. Don't forget that don't forget that A Capitol Fourth airs on 4th of July on PBS, 8 p.m. Eastern. And if for some reason you miss it, you can watch it on demand and on YouTube and Facebook and, of course, pbs.org, and then go to Capitol Fourth, and that'll be up for 2 weeks, but then it's gone. So you got to watch these incredible performances. It's always such a good show, such a tribute to America. It's always so moving and fun and just lively. So, all right, that is episode 72 of Pop Culture Weekly. We move onward and forward and onward. I don't know what the phrase is, but anyway, I'll see you next week is the point. And of course, you can watch all these interviews up on, go to popcultureweekly.com and click on videos, or, go to my Facebook, which is /Real Kyle McMahon. Go to my YouTube, Official Kyle McMahon, whatever you want, however you want. You got it. Let me know what you think. Please keep subscribing. Please keep sharing with your friends. Please keep reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. You make us grow every single week because of your efforts and your love for the show and your love for movies and TV and pop culture and my love for you. All right, we out.
You're listening to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, presented by 92.9 Tom FM, an iHeart radio station.
Kermit the Frog!